In this video, we are going to talk about the 8 best performing Fidelity funds for retirement. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for future updates. According to Madeline E. Malone, financial planning professional at California Financial Advisors, while looking for a retirement fund, investors should first examine their budget and cash flow needs to establish how much market risk they can afford to take. Once this due diligence is completed and investors are ready to begin selecting mutual funds, Fidelity is a great place to start. One of the benefits that Fidelity has is the large investment that it makes in its own investment skills, says Robby Greengold, strategist at financial research and ratings firm Morningstar. Investors can look at the average yearly returns of the specific funds, then filter by analyst ratings, to find Fidelity's best performing mutual funds for retirement. Morningstar's star ratings, for example, indicate how well a fund has performed in the past, whereas its metal ratings reflect its potential for future performance. Here are 8 of the best performing Fidelity funds for retirement based on these and other characteristics. Number 1. Fidelity Select Healthcare Portfolio, ticker FSPHX. Although Fidelity Select Healthcare has struggled during the market sell-off of 2022 and the fund is down about 20% year to date, it's still historically one of the best performing funds in Fidelity's roster. Since its inception more than 40 years ago, the fund has an average annual return of 15.1%, handily beating the S&P 500's 11.3% average return over the same period. Over the past 10 years, this actively managed fund has beaten its benchmark index, the MSCI EMI Healthcare 2550, by nearly half a percentage point as well. This bodes well for portfolio manager Eddie Yoon's ability to turn the fund's prospects around in the months and years to come. Yoon, who has managed the fund since 2008, is an industry veteran who has navigated multiple periods of market stress, says Greengold. FSPHX gets 4 out of 5 stars from Morningstar, plus a gold medal rating for future performance potential. It has an expense ratio of 0.68%, on par with the industry average. Number 2. Fidelity OTC Portfolio, ticker FOCPX. Fidelity OTC, which invests about 80% of assets in securities traded on the Nasdaq or over-the-counter markets, has had an abysmal year to date, shedding about 30%. However, the fund has still beaten the average annual return of its benchmark, the Nasdaq Composite, on a quarterly basis over the past 3, 5, and 10 years. And even though the fund draws from over-the-counter, its top 5 holdings are household names that include Microsoft Corporation, Apple, Alphabet, Amazon.com, and Meta Platforms. This actively managed fund has posted good returns since manager Chris Lin came on board in 2017, says Morningstar analyst Paul Rupp. He adds that since taking charge, Lin has stressed risk management through more careful position sizing, which paid off when the fund held up a bit better than the Nasdaq Composite and Russell 1000 Growth Index during the pandemic-induced downturn in early 2020. The FOCPX fund is a Morningstar 5-star bronze medal fund with an expense ratio of 0.80%. Number 3. Fidelity Low Price Stock, ticker FLPSX. True to its name, Fidelity Low Price Stock invests at least 80% of its assets in stocks priced at $35 per share or less, or with an earnings yield at or above the median for its benchmark, the Russell 2000 Index. This means the fund invests primarily in small or mid-sized companies. This strategy has paid off well for the actively managed fund, which has beaten the average annual return of the Russell 2000 Index on a quarterly basis by nearly 4 percentage points since its inception in 1989. By total return, the Russell 2000 is down about 22% this year as of July 5, while FLPSX has lost 14%, leading Greengold to refer to FLPSX as a worthwhile strategy. Its top 5 holdings are United Health Group, Metro, AutoZone, Elevance Health, formerly Anthem, and Next plc. The FLPSX is a Morningstar rated 5-star, bronze medal fund with an expense ratio of 0.65%. Number 4. Fidelity New Millennium, ticker FMILX. Fidelity New Millennium is looking for early signs of long-term changes in the markets. This means it focuses on innovative companies making technological advances or otherwise ahead of the curve. And although this strategy lends itself to small and mid-cap investments, the fund's top 5 holdings are ExxonMobil Corporation, XOM, Bristol-Myers Squibb Company, BMY, General Electric Company, GE, EQT Corporation, EQT, and Hess Corporation, HES. None of these could be considered small or mid-sized by any stretch of the imagination. The FMILX fund has a 0.59% expense ratio. Number 5. Fidelity Growth Company, ticker, FDGRX. Fidelity Growth Company's investment strategy may have suffered in 2022, but veteran fund manager Steve Weimer has seen many turbulent markets during his successful tenure, says Greengold. The FDGRX fund invests in stocks that offer the potential for above-average growth, according to Fidelity. This growth can be measured by different factors, including earnings and revenue. Since its inception in 1983, the fund has an average annual return of 13.6%, while its benchmark index, Russell 3000 Growth, has only returned 10.7%. However, the fund is down a whopping 31.4% so far this year as of July 2022, while Russell 3000 Growth has lost 26.9%. The fund's recent poor performance is due primarily to its high growth posture. The FDGRX fund is an actively managed fund with an expense ratio of 0.79%. It carries a Morningstar 5-star rating and a silver medal for future performance potential. Number 6. Fidelity US Sustainability Index, ticker, FITLX. A passively managed fund, the Fidelity US Sustainability Index has performed roughly in tandem with its benchmark, the MSCI USA ESG Leaders Index, since the fund's beginning in 2017. In fact, the FITLX fund has had an annual average return of 11.8% since that time, and MSCI USA ESG Leaders has returned 11.9%. These historical gains haven't stopped the fund from losing 20% year to date, which again tracks the benchmark index pretty closely. However, Morningstar associate analyst Lan On Tran says the FITLX fund also offers a broad market portfolio for socially conscious investors as a consolation. The FITLX fund invests at least 80% of its assets in large and mid-cap stocks with high environmental, social and governance, or ESG, standards compared with its peers. The fund is a Morningstar 4-star rated fund with a silver medal and a 0.11% expense ratio. Number 7. Fidelity Midcap Stock, FMCSX. Investing in either midcap growth or value stocks, Fidelity Midcap Stock has performed better year to date than some of the other funds included in this list. However, FMCSX is still down 16.8% this year as of July 2022. That beats its benchmark index, the S&P Mid-Cap 400, down 19.3%, as well as the S&P 500. Since its start in 1994, FMCSX has an average annual return of 11.2%. The S&P Mid-Cap 400 posted a comparable 11.0% return over the same period. Although FMCSX's contrarian approach can look out of step at times, the fund's strong analytical resources back its experienced managers. The FMCSX fund is an actively managed fund with a Morningstar 5-star rating and a bronze medal. The fund carries a 0.85% expense ratio. Number 8. Fidelity High Dividend ETF, ticker, FDVV. The only exchange-traded fund included in this list, Fidelity High Dividend ETF, has performed in line with the overall market since its inception in September 2016. This means FDVV has a 5-year annualized return of about 10% as of early July 2022, but year to date, the fund is down only 9% compared with the S&P 500's 20% drop. This passively managed fund tracks the Fidelity High Dividend Index, which according to Fidelity, is designed to reflect the performance of stocks of large and mid-capitalization dividend-paying companies that are expected to continue to pay and grow their dividends. The FDVV is a Morningstar-rated 4-star silver medal fund. It has an expense ratio of 0.29%, which is typical for passively managed funds. However, true to its name, the fund pays a 12-month yield of 2.9%. Which of these 8 Fidelity funds would you like to add to your retirement investment portfolio? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for weekly videos on the best stocks to buy, investing strategies and much more. Thank you for watching.